Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Advanced Warfare In-Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Toughness perk. This was promised as not going to be a crutch perk. The perk Toughness was a crutch perk in every Call of Duty game in which it appeared, even when it didn't have that name, because it reduced the flinch, and typically it reduced the flinch to the point where it was almost a guaranteed win on the gunfight if your opponent did not have this perk, and a guaranteed loss for you if you were the one without it and your opponent did have it. As Advanced Warfare was being revealed and the info came out, we were promised that Toughness would no longer be a crutch perk, that it would not be as effective as it was in previous games, so I decided to put it to the test and see just how effective it is. What you're looking at now is a controlled test of the Toughness perk. I'm going to be shot by the Lynx sniper rifle without Toughness, so you can see exactly how much it flinches, and then I'm going to be in the same spot, same sniper, and be shot with Toughness, so you can see the difference in flinch. We'll do a little bit of editing so you can see a side-by-side of normal and with the Toughness perk, and we'll do it again, and then I think we'll do it again in slow motion so that we have a very clear view of the difference between the two. Now the Lynx might be a little bit unfair because heavy weapons make you flinch more, so in this test I'm being shot by the AK-12, one shot at a time. That's a 4-shot kill weapon, and you can see the difference between with and without Toughness on lower caliber or smaller weapons. Not as important. Just in case those tests still moved a little bit fast, here are some snapshots of the maximum amount of flinch or deflection off center, and yes, I was looking at a grid on purpose so that it gives you a much better visual reference for how much it kicks. I'll show you the Lynx sniper rifle and then we'll move over to the AK-12 afterwards so you can see the difference. It's pretty clear like this, however when you're playing it's not as clear. Just eyeballing it, I'm going to say you get about a 25% reduction in flinch when you're using the perk Toughness, which is something that you will notice, but maybe not as much as previous Call of Duty games, because those are a lot stronger in other COD games. It also gives you less red flash and less blood on your screen. This is a carryover from other Call of Duty games that again had less flash and less blood on your screen in those. And the overall takeaway from this episode is that it's not as big of a crutch perk as it used to be, though it still may be a crutch perk, and it is still very strong, and it is still very useful. Another way to look at this is that you just don't flinch much in general in Advanced Warfare. By default, Advanced Warfare has a very low amount of flinch, comparable to other games with the Toughness perk, maybe not quite that crazy, but the idea that it wouldn't be a clutch perk in this game didn't mean that it wasn't very effective, but rather that you just don't have a lot of flinch in general. That's my general feel and takeaway from this. I might be wrong on that, but it just is something to think about. I hope you enjoyed this episode of In-Depth. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the box to check out the previous episode, which was on movement mechanics. And the next one is a super secret episode. You're going to get to see quite a few more of those this season because I had some people ripping me off last season. But as always, if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe. Drifter out.